The origin and rise of Sparta. Sparta was one of the most powerful city-states of ancient Greece. However, unlike Athens, which was famous for its democracy and culture, Sparta chose a completely different path, one of military discipline and rigorous training. The Spartans were descendants of the Dorians, one of the ancient Greek tribes that settled in the Peloponnesus around the 11th to 10th centuries BC. They conquered the local population and turned them into slaves known as helots. The entire Spartan economy was based on the exploitation of the helots, allowing Spartan citizens to dedicate themselves entirely to military affairs. Sparta was unique in its governmental system. Unlike other Greek city-states, Sparta had no walls. There was a belief that the best defense of the city was its warriors. Society was built on strict laws and complete submission to the state. At the head of Sparta were two kings, who also served as military commanders. However, real power belonged to the Council of Elders, the Gerousia, and the Popular Assembly. All important decisions were made collectively, with military strength always being the top priority. Spartans were raised from childhood in an atmosphere of discipline and strength. Their lives were governed by the strict laws of Lycurgus, the legendary lawgiver who, according to tradition, created the Spartan way of life. The core principles of Sparta were rigid hierarchy, self-sacrifice, and total submission to the interests of the polis. Thus, a society was born that for centuries inspired both fear and admiration among its enemies and allies. Agoge, the Spartan training system. One of the most unique and brutal training systems in history was the Spartan agoge. It was a strict program designed to transform boys into elite warriors. In Sparta, it was believed that the protection of the polis required not just soldiers, but true fighters hardened from childhood. When a boy turned 7, he was taken from his family and sent to the agoge, a state-run training system. There was no place for weakness or compassion. The children lived under harsh conditions and endured severe trials. They were given minimal food to teach them survival skills and were encouraged to steal, but punished if caught, fostering cunning and resourcefulness. Physical training was a top priority. Young Spartans engaged in daily exercises including wrestling, running, spear throwing, and other forms of military preparation. They were trained to endure pain, cold, and hunger, shaping them into warriors capable of withstanding any hardship. However, the agoge cultivated not only physical strength, but also mental resilience. Boys were taught to be brief and precise in their speech, hence the term laconic response, as Laconia was the region where Sparta was located. They had to express themselves concisely but effectively. By the age of 20, Spartans completed their training and joined the army, fully prepared to dedicate their lives to defending their homeland. The agoge made Spartans some of the most feared and disciplined warriors in history. Weapons and armor of the Spartans. The Spartans were not just warriors, they were living war machines. Their equipment was meticulously designed for maximum effectiveness in combat. Their armor protected them from deadly blows, while their weapons allowed for precise and powerful attacks. Unlike other Greek warriors, the Spartans avoided unnecessary gear. Everything in their equipment served one purpose: victory. The primary weapon of a Spartan warrior was the dory, a spear about 2.5 meters long. It had an iron tip and a bronze spike at the opposite end. If the spear broke, the Spartan could continue fighting by using the other end as an improvised weapon. In close combat, they wielded the guaifos, a short sword about 40 centimeters long. Its small size allowed Spartans to maneuver easily and strike with precision, especially in the tight formations of the phalanx. In some cases, they used the machaira, a curved sword designed for powerful cutting strikes, capable of slicing through even heavy armor. One of the most important pieces of equipment was the hoplon, a round shield about 90 centimeters in diameter. It was made of a wooden core covered with bronze and weighed around 8 kilograms. Spartans used it not only for defense, but also for offense, knocking enemies off balance. The shield was a symbol of a warrior, and losing it was considered a disgrace. This is why Spartan mothers told their sons, "With your shield or on it," meaning they should return either as victors or as fallen heroes. For armor, warriors initially wore a bronze cuirass, but later replaced it with the linothorax, a lighter yet durable armor made from layers of linen hardened with resin. This provided greater mobility without sacrificing much protection. The Corinthian helmet, covering the entire head, offered excellent defense, but limited vision. Over time, Spartans adopted more open helmet designs for better awareness in battle. Their legs were protected by greaves, bronze shin guards that fit snugly without the need for straps. Spartan equipment reflected their philosophy: simplicity, reliability, and maximum efficiency. They carried no unnecessary weight because they knew that victory in battle depended not on appearance, but on skill and discipline. This made them some of the most formidable warriors of the ancient world.